Call to order. Approval of agenda. I'm sure everybody has looked it over carefully. Do we have a motion to approve? Actually, I'm sorry. Let me amend that. We do need to discuss. I'm adding in discuss of moving of the meeting. Our next meeting is on the day of the Christmas parade. So
on the 5th.
At the end, I'm going to add that in. With that said, can I get a motion?
So
Somehow these things got thrown under the bus.
All right, we have a motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Approval of the minutes from October 3rd. If everyone has reviewed them and there's no discussion, can I get a motion to approve?
Move we approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. All right, open the public hearing, case number 421, COA requested by Bradley Bishop for retroactive approval of exterior tile and signage at 1006 Van Buren Avenue.
Okay, so this case concerns some signage that was installed on either side at the Lyric. We all know that building at 1006 Van Buren Avenue. I'm showing you the side that houses the Bar Muse entrance, but then there's another tile that was installed on the side that's in the alleyway that now faces the Good Day Cafe. So the applicant is seeking retroactive approval for the installation of this tile, which includes obviously the signage at Bar Muse. As with several buildings on the downtown square, the entryways are recessed due to the need for ADA accessibility and also so that that outswinging door isn't swinging into the right-of-way of the building. So, and also both of these doorways were added more recently. Let's see. Tile is present at several buildings on the south side of the square and on Van Buren Avenue. We all see it at Square Books, McEwen's, etc. But it's not an issue that's heard frequently before this commission, as much of that tile predates the formation of the local historic district. The most recent case at Uno Mas, case number 414, was also for retroactive approval of decorative tile in the front entryway. That tile was approved by the commission with the condition that if the business changed or if the building sells, the tile will be removed. The new tile at 1006 Van Buren is subdued in color and style, and staff believes that it's compatible with the age and style of the building. The signage tile on the east elevation, if allowed to remain, will be the only signage available for the business in that location, and the applicant is aware that another sign would not be approved based on the requirements of the Land Development Code in that location. It's actually a good spot to have the sign there because the doorway goes out into the right-of-way there. That's an actual street, so a projecting sign would need a revocable license from the mayor and board, etc. So it's an acceptable sign type in this use. So staff does not find the tile objectionable due to the compatibility of the style of the tile with the existing building and the previous approval of decorative tile by the commission. Ultimately, the tile could be removed and the entryway could be returned to the previous concrete landing if needed. So staff is recommending approval of the COA with the condition that if the business at the east entry changes, which is Bar Muse, the tile signage will be removed and either it'll be filled with matching plain tile or the entry will be restored to the previous concrete landing. The reason that we condition that is so that, like, let's say, I don't think this will happen, but let's say Bar Muse closes or moves to a different location, Bradley's next tenant could remove the Bar Muse sign without a new COA because we've conditioned that they could either fill it with plain tile or return it to the concrete. So that's just to make it easier administratively.
Okay. Thank you, Kate. Does applicant feel like they need to get up and talk?
I was just going to apologize for not coming previously. I thought that had been approved with the architects when we cut the entry, but I was wrong.
Okay.
Do you care about the condition that it be, if it's approved, that it has to be removed? Do you care about that?
No, whatever y'all recommend, I'm fine with.
Okay, all right.
Any discussion among commissioners?
Looking back at the Uno Mas
same condition. Is there any ongoing maintenance obligation for them? I noticed the tile over there is broken. I don't know if it's been
It's chipped.
fixed. Yeah, so. The question, I guess, is, do they have any kind of maintenance obligation for that? And can we impose an obligation like that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not within the city right of way, so, I don't know that we have any authority over that any different than, a brick that chips or something like that. I don't necessarily know that the commission can require. I don't know that you can.
I would note that this tile is, I've been over there to look at it, and it's much more flush with the ground than the moss tile. It's a lower profile tile. I'm not saying it definitely wouldn't chip, but I was worried about them as well because I passed moss on the way to look at this tile. But it's definitely it's closer to the ground.
That's my one concern.
Well, we don't have providence over that, is what I understand.
Certainly.
We don't have providence over anything that's not inside the city right away.
I don't think any different than a brick if the mortar chips or something.
Right,
like that.
okay. All right. I move we approve it, with the condition set forth in the city. Recommendation.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a second. I want to say, I think it looks good. I think it's tasteful and well done. I do want to point out, I talked with staff about whether we should, whether this could be a staff level approval or not. And we agreed that because we had already kind of set the precedent of going through this stuff with Uno Mas, that we felt that this needed to be brought before us. I felt that it was very approvable and looked good, and I felt that the commission would feel the same way. But because and I actually wasn't a part of those cases, but because I saw that come before and have a good bit of discussion on it, I felt like we needed to, I think we all felt like we needed to bring this before, even though it, I think, was very easily approvable. So we have a motion and a second. If there's no more discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Passes.
Thank you.
Moving. We added onto the agenda, moving next meeting. It is on Monday of the Christmas parade.
The 5th.
On the 5th. And we talked about either doing it at noon on the 5th or moving it to Thursday, the 8th at 5 so that Lori Beth, who is a teacher, could make it. Any discussion on that?
If we have it at Monday, we just need to ensure that we're gonna have a quorum.
Right, at
So
5,
we need at
or
least
at
one of
noon.
you to be here at noon.
I can't do Monday.
Okay?
If it helps her out, let's just do it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Everybody's good.
My
with it.
thought.
Everybody good with that?
Thursday, the 8th at 5. Okay?
All right. Any other discussion among commissioners or staff?
No, you raised a question, an issue. I just have a question about, what is the threshold for city approval? Is it one of those deals, you know it when you see it? Kind
It's
of
written
deal?
into the code, so,
We could have
we could have
administratively approved this.
Okay.
And I think, yes, the more that we see, like signs, we routinely approve just basic signs that come in and out. The more cases that we have of something like this helps us build an understanding of what would be approvable by the commission and what wouldn't be. And so it's just more of a judgment call. And,
Okay.
even
The categories.
if the applicant believes something is administratively approvable, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is. We ultimately have to, make that. If we don't feel comfortable, we can still present it to the commission, no different than this.
yeah, the applicant at any time can request for it to come to the commission, and so it can wait.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because that was my immediate thoughts when I opened it up, that it was something y'all could probably approve. But I understand now.
Yeah.
Sorry to drag everybody out. I felt like, I mean, I think,
No, I think you're all right. We've already walked that road.
Yeah, in my tenure with the city, so, 8 years, it's the second request that we've ever had for tile of that nature, and they're within the last, 6 months. So, it's not a regular occurrence.
Ben, going forward, if you get more of these, are they gonna be brought before us, or are you gonna make judgment calls about it based on what's happened here? Just out of curiosity.
I think going forward, if we had another request for tiles similar to that we would administratively approve it. If it was something that is, what, we would determine to be maybe incompatible with the district, then we would bring it before you.
okay.
That one was a little different because it had signage built into it as well.
Yeah.
So is that upstairs, I take it?
It's downstairs, if you're looking at the lyric on the left side, you
Okay.
enter the bar from a doorway that they put in
Okay.
on that side.
Do you remember that store? I think it was like Amelia.
Amelia
Do you know
Plaza,
Amelia?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's in that space, but they closed the door on the front of the lyric and created a new entry on the west side.
Is it strictly a bar?
Yeah,
I need to get out.
it's a very nice one.
I mean, do you get food there?
You're not
They
a
do
regular?
I'm
serve,
not a
so,
regular.
You have to serve food to have.
well, because they're a music venue, I talked to Joe about it one time there, but I think I guess I'm talking on the record of this meeting, so don't quote me on it because I'm not a lawyer. But I think there is, because they're a music venue, there's some leeway with, like, to having to serve food rule. And they do serve some snacks, and then recently, they started doing lunch service in the alley, where Canteen used to be, called Good Day Cafe.
So you go to a concert, you can get a drink from inside there and take it into the concert also.
It's a good part of it, I think.
It's good, yeah.
All right. Any other discussion? All right, motion adjourned. We have a motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We're finished.